Hello and welcome to this introductory video to the Humanising Online Services Toolkit project. This online toolkit was created for Caritas Diocese of Salford and the Alliance Manchester Business School by Imago, the software company staffed by students of the University of Manchester's School of Computer Science. The goal of this project was to translate the research into humanising digital services provision, particularly to charity users, developed by Amir Raki throughout his PhD in partnership with the charity Caritas Diocese of Salford, into a usable, accessible and helpful online toolkit found at the website humanising-online-services-toolkit.netlify.app, which brings us to the site as seen here. Now, before working through an example usage of the toolkit, it is worth understanding some context. Exploring the homepage further presents some of the motivation behind the toolkit, some high-level information about what it is, and a definition of human touch, which are all key concepts. In fact, the stated use of the toolkit is that of enhancing human touch in online services, meaning that service providers should be better able to maintain the benefits afforded by human touch in their service provision, even as digital interactions become ever more omnipresent. Now that we know a little more of what the toolkit aims to do, let us briefly explain the goal of this collaboration between Imago and the research team of AMBS and Caritas. Fundamentally, our challenge was to work collaboratively to present the information the researchers had gathered in the best way possible. This information comprised of multiple actions service providers could take to remedy the challenges they were facing, as well as explanations of the solutions that those actions bring about. The process of discovering a great way of sharing that research resulted in the website you briefly saw before, and the Humanising Online Services Toolkit, which we like to call HOST, that it contains. A quick note on the ease of use of the site is worth mentioning, as the example shown in the presentation is based on the desktop version. However, as we couldn't know exactly who would be using the site and what devices they would be using, Imago designed the website to be intuitively navigable and usable on multiple different devices, including desktops, laptops, tablets, and phones. For example, when on a larger device, you'll see the bar at the top of the screen provides quick links at the top right to the main sections and functions of the site. On smaller screens, such as those on a phone, we see the words at the top right are replaced with a familiar menu button, which, when pressed, slides out the same options as are available on desktop. The final thing to do before using the toolkit itself is to look at some of the other information available on the site. We'll move through the options from right to left. First, Contact Us brings us, shockingly, to a contact page. Users can either fill out the form and have a message sent directly to the research team, or they can click the mail icon or email address to start composing a new message directly from their own email client. About Us brings you to just a few of the lovely people who backed the project and conducted the research. The Resources tab contains, hopefully intuitively, various resources relating to the topics covered by the toolkit. Now, with those explanations out of the way, we can move to using the toolkit itself. By either clicking the toolkit link at the top bar, the quick link at the bottom of the page, or the Start Toolkit button we see on the home page. No matter how you get there, the toolkit starts with this. Here you will find all of the challenges the toolkit aims to address that have been identified so far. Users should know, however, that the project is ongoing, and as part of the collaboration with Imago, a system has been created for the researchers such that they can add to this toolkit as many challenges, solutions and actions as are uncovered. On this page, a user can either choose a challenge directly to start the kit, or use one or more of the tags to find related challenges. For now, let's look at the toolkit for addressing a lack of attentiveness. From the main toolkit page, we can see the description of what precisely is meant by the current challenge, as well as the button to proceed to the next step. That is, to find solutions to the current challenge and the actions to make those solutions happen. Clicking on Next Step will show the Solutions and Actions screen. Here a user can read the solution to the challenge they're looking to remedy, and then, when ready, expand the actions in order to learn what the research has uncovered. At any time, users can return to the previous section of the toolkit from the one they're currently on, or they can select another challenge from the carousel at the top of the page and follow the steps of the toolkit for that specific challenge. Once the user has spent the time they want reading through the various steps of the toolkit for the challenge they're on, and as we can see on the screen now, they are invited to leave feedback based on the challenge they've just read through addressing. Through this, we hope to keep monitoring which paths through the toolkit people are finding the most or least useful, and to use this knowledge to deliver the best version of the toolkit that we can. Once the user has left their feedback, negative or unbelievably positive, they are invited to either return to the toolkit start, where they can pick a new challenge to address, or to restart the toolkit for the currently selected challenge. Either way, they've completed a walkthrough of the toolkit, and so have we. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to visit the toolkit yourself at humanising-online-services-toolkit.netlify.app.